George Parr, you are a personal political advisor to Tony Blair. As you are probably aware, there's been controversy recently about his decision to send his son Euan to the London Oratory School, which is a grant-maintained opera school. Were you involved in this decision at all?
Yes, I was very heavily involved in this decision. I'm very close to Tony. Yes. And it obviously was a very sensitive decision, and we didn't take it lightly. We took it because Cherry Blair told us to.
But this school, the London Oratory School, it isn't an ordinary school by any means, is it? It was one of the first, if not the first, in London to opt out of local education control, local authority control. It's grant maintained, yes. and this is all against Labour Party policy, really. And not only that, but its headmaster. Its headmaster was an advisor to John Patton, and it was a flagship, in fact, of the government's policy. And as a result, he's been rewarded very heavily by the government. He's been given a great deal of money, £2.5 million alone, for an arts centre, which was opened by John Major. And all this is against Labour Party policy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But,
yes.
There is a but. It's a very, very good school. And you surely can't blame a parent for wanting to send his child to a very good school.
No. But well, how did they know it was a good school?
Well, they read about it in the league tables.
Yes. But the league tables are against Labour Party policy too, aren't they?
Yes.
And there were 50 other state schools nearer to Blair's home which you could have gone to?
Yes, we did consider them very, very carefully. And, of course, there were crucial considerations that any family living in Islington have to take on board.
Well, such as what?
Well, uniforms, for example.
Yes.
Whether the uniforms match the decor in the Blair kitchen.
Yes.
And of course, it had to be a Roman Catholic.
Yes, because Mrs. Blair is a Roman Catholic. But then there were 5 Roman Catholic schools, weren't they? He could have state schools. Yes.
Yes, that's true. But none of them were like the London Oratory School, you see, because, well, Tony Blair was educated at a public school in Scotland, and he wanted to find the nearest thing for Euan that he didn't have to pay for. I mean, not that he was mean in any way, but because of his principles.
His socialist principles.
I don't think we need to descend to personal insults.
No, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. No, that was a joke anyway.
And I must say this, there was in this decision a really political agenda.
Oh, really?
And an element of personal sacrifice, which I don't think has been acknowledged.
Personal sacrifice by the Blairs?
Absolutely. You see, if you want to change an iniquitous institution,
yes,
like the British education system,
which is
divisive and elitist and unfair.
Yes. What do you do?
Well, the best way to start is by leaving it exactly as it is.
Yes.
And then gradually, surreptitiously, almost secretively, change it from the inside.
So that is what Euan is going to do, is he, the son? He's going to be a sort of mole, is he, on the inside?
Well, I don't think he knows he's a mole at the moment, because he's only 10 years old. But after a few years of experience of this privileged, elitist education, with its cachet and its sense of
snobbery,
social snobbery, he's going to become angrier and angrier and angrier until in the end he'll just explode and tear down the whole shoddy fabric of this...
I see. So this is not what it appears. It's not a selfish thing by the Blairs at all. It's a rather revolutionary project, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Tony Blair is sacrificing his son by giving him an education which is better than 95% of the population enjoys, in order to destroy the system completely.
That's an amazing argument.
It is an amazing argument.
Yes.
I'm stunned by it, and I've only just thought of it.
But most people, this will smack a little too much of Machiavelli. They'll think that really the idea is that Tony Blair is just sacrificing political principle for personal advantage.
No, they couldn't be more wrong in that.
Oh, dear.
And there is also a very deep political strategy at work here. Because, you see, Tony's problem is that he has got to persuade millions of disgruntled Tories that they can trust him.
Yes.
See, because at the moment they're afraid that as soon as he gets into power, the mask will come off and he'll be revealed as a socialist with left-wing Labour policies. And by sending Euan to the London Oratory, he's sending a signal to these people.
That he's conservative.
No. That and a great deal more. The signal is saying he's not just pretending to be a conservative, and then later on he's going to revert to being a socialist.
I see.
Because by sending Euan to the London Oratory, this is a guarantee that he's genuinely conservative.
The policy, the current Labour Party policy, at least the one that was announced yesterday, there might have been a new one today, but was Mr. Blunkett sent round a circular saying that it was Labour Party policy in the future that he would stop all opting out and make all grant-maintained schools go back under local authority control.
Well, I think that makes my point.
Does it?
Well, I mean, what better start could Euan have than going to a school which, when he's finished with it, nobody else will be allowed to go to? I mean, that's you know.
Yes.
And besides which, Tony Blair simply isn't going to let Labour Party policies stand in the way of his son's future.
No, that's... Well, after all, he hasn't let them stand in the way of his own future, has he? So, thank you, George Parr.
Thank you very much.